And we'd like to thank One Tom Plumber for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Good morning, Rim Country. Chris Higgins in the studio this morning on this beautiful Monday morning. And it is time again for our Community Spotlight program. Today we are going to be talking Keep Payson Clean. In the studio is founder Jesse Berry. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning, Chris. And it is a beautiful day today.
It is a beautiful day. I tell you what, you get spoiled with the sunshine here in Arizona. Even though it is a little bit colder today, the cold weather feels good. Oh man, it feels so good. Now you just have to keep praying for some moisture.
I'm saying I could use some snow. Honestly, if it is going to get cold, give me something to play with, man. Jeez.
Yeah, get some snow, some rain, something. Bring some moisture, Lord, please.
For sure.
Well, hey, if you guys haven't heard or don't know about Keep Payson Clean, great organization. When did you start Keep Payson Clean?
August 12th, 2023 was our first event that we did. And so I would say it started about a month and a half or two before that.
Yeah, so this August will be your 2-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so much. You guys have done so much. The community has done so much in this year and a half.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. It's awesome to see, awesome to be a part of, awesome to participate in the cleanups, the lunches, the get-togethers, just all of it. And so for those that are watching, listening, if you haven't heard of Keep Payson Clean, visit the website keeppaysonclean.org. Also Facebook page Keep Payson Clean, and tell us just a little bit about Keep Payson Clean, Jesse.
Just a little bit about it. So it started as hey, let's all go out and pick up trash together, as a way of building community, being of service to each other, kind of getting out of your mind and getting into your community so that you can see what's going on and you can really experience all that Payson is. When you're out in the streets and you're out in the woods and you're out and you're really experiencing Payson, there's no denying that it is one of the most beautiful parts of the state, and honestly one of the most beautiful towns that I've traveled to in general. I was up in Flagstaff and came down the hill yesterday, and I was just driving right before Strawberry, where you get those switchbacks, and I was looking out over everything and just watched the sun go through that little bit of haze and had that realization that it's just as beautiful as Oak Creek Canyon. I don't think it gets quite the same amount of Sedona, Oak Creek Canyon, but it's undeniable. Just drive through there early morning, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, where the sun is just at that perfect angle, and it is absolutely insane how beautiful. Those rolling mountains, rolling trees, it's gorgeous.
It is. I love coming down off the rim into Strawberry and like the glimpses you get of Payson or off in the distance.
Right.
When you're driving out of Pine, you can see the Matazels.
Different canyons and whatnot. The Matazels too.
Yeah,
you drop down for the first time.
Yeah.
Insane. Those mountains are massitive.
Yeah. It's really cool, the views. So Keep Payson Clean.
And we're just trying to sustain that,
Yeah.
It is that beautiful. Let's go out and make sure it stays that way. The most simple premise, right?
Yeah, I like the get out of your mind, get into the community. Get into your community. Get out of your mind, get into your community.
Yeah.
That could be a t-shirt.
We're going to have lots of them coming
out
out this year.
Get out of your mind, get into your community. And when you say get out of your mind, so talking about just where you're sitting around thinking and seeing what's going on in the world, what's going on in your life, focused on negative stuff or whatever. It's very easy to get caught up in your thoughts.
So lost.
And get lost in your thoughts, not in a good way or a healthy way. So getting out into nature, out into the community, out around other people in the community, and a real positive environment makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Well, there's a good quote by Alan Watts where he says, if you're thinking all of the time, then all you can think about is thoughts. And all you're thinking about is the same thoughts. You're not producing anything new, you're not creating, and yeah, that will start to consume itself, you know? And so by getting out into the community and seeking wisdom from other people who have lived here for 40, 50 years, or have knowledge of the different birds in the area, the different trees, and you now have new things to think about. You have new thought creations, and this can help with your habits. The reason that people get into these places where they're doing the same thing every day and they feel like they can't get out of their heads and they're overthinking and they're being consumed by their thoughts is because you're taking in the same information all of the time. Neurons that wire together, fire together, and that is the life that you are cementing down. And so by allowing yourself to get out into your community, seek wisdom from others, seek wisdom from nature, and be able to truly listen to God in those conversations that you're having, when you're in your thoughts and you're caught up in the past or the future, that doesn't exist. It feels like it in that moment. It really feels like, oh, I'm caught up in this world that totally exists. It's not. Most of that is just thoughts that you are producing that are wasting energy because it'll never actually happen. And if you are a believer and know God like we do, then there is a certain sense of you can't be spoken to in that place. Your spirit is filled up with the future or the past, and that's what's causing your anxiety and depression. The moment that you come back into this moment and create a space where you're just picking up trash, or I'm just helping you out with whatever you're needing in the community, or you're just feeding others, or you're hearing the story about somebody who has spent the last 10 years homeless and all of the different adventures that they've come to, and their ability to come back home and still have a conversation and still be able to really produce it opens up your perspective. It gives you this space where you're actually allowing new information to come in, and when you're present in that way, that's the only place that God actually exists, is in that present moment. And so you're able to be filled up with that spirit. You're able to get out of your mind for a little bit, and you're able to start creating new neuron firings. You're able to start wiring new things. You're able to start breaking up the monotony and getting yourself into these different places, and then from there, you ever seen a cactus grow out of the side of a mountain?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
A seed had to leave by wind and then get blown over there and land on this new place on the mountain. You may think, man, that's crazy that cactus grows out of there, but you are that resilient and you have the ability to grow in places that you've never been before. You have to allow yourself to be in the present moment and be moved by things other than the thoughts that you're thinking all of the time.
Yeah, be present in the present. And so, Keep Payson Clean, you were going to announce the next...
I'll let you have the honor.
No, man, it's yours. It's yours, man.
Oh, I'm so excited for April, man. This is all I'm thinking about is what I am doing literally every day. If you're out there and curious and you're like, well, what's Jesse doing right now? I was in Flagstaff this weekend seeing some friends. I was at a coffee shop for 4 hours, creating all of our flyers, getting the GoFundMe going, reaching out to sponsors. We're reaching out across the state to invite people to our Earth Day Spring Festival. We are going to be hosting the most massive cleanup the state has ever seen, that the world has ever seen on land. We're going to break 4 Guinness World Records, the largest cleanup ever on land, the largest forest cleanup, most people fed in one day, because we're looking to feed 10 to 15,000 people for free. The first 10 to 15,000 people that show up. We are done thinking small, like just this community small. We have a state of people who are coming to Payson, who love Payson, who see the beauty that we are talking about in Payson, and are committed to bringing their cleanup groups to help us this year. Because we have one of the central places in the state that everybody comes to. The Rim Country is the gateway to the most beautiful parts of the state. Everybody travels through here. We get like 6 million people a year. We have people that love Payson that are willing to come and help us. And so and what's the purpose? Why even do this? Why host a festival? Why have that many people in Payson? here's the reason behind it. We already do it. 4th of July, we have 10 to 15,000 people that come to Payson. They party, they enjoy it, and then they leave it trashed. And it's because there's no awareness being brought to it. It's not like we're saying, hey, like, let's clean up Payson and have a big party and have fun while we're doing it. Mm-hmm. It's, hey, come and use us for some fireworks and to get out of the hot weather. And that's nice, but we could bring an extra level of awareness to things. Mm-hmm. We could bring an extra level of presence to things that doesn't leave us all pissed off while we're going about our day because of the trash. It irritates everyone. Mm-hmm. But guess what? It's not just tourism. Mm-hmm. It's definitely not. I haven't really seen it slow down much. I go and pick up trash every day. There's still trash right where I picked it up yesterday.
Yeah.
And that's it's always coming. So, but the idea is let's bring all of these people up with the conscious efforts of cleaning our town, reset it back to zero, and when we have 15,000 people here cleaning, you're going to be able to clean from Strawberry over to Woods Canyon Lake, down to Geisela, out to Doll Baby, and everything in between. You won't see any trash in our streets, parks, rivers, in our lakes, creeks, trails. We are going to clean everything. Wow. And why? There's a vision that I have been looking at for years now. It is wild to think that how it went by that fast. And I want others to feel that vision, because when you see your town reset back to perfect and you have people from across the state, outside of the state, across the country coming to help you, and I do mean across the country. I have family coming from Florida to help us in April. There will be people from across the country coming to clean Payson in April. I really can't stress this enough about wanting the community to get involved. And I'm not going to go out and chase everybody down and do what I've been doing for the last year and a half. I have been chasing people down. Please come and help. Please come and take care of your town. I'm so done with that. Come out and help us, because we have people from across the United States coming to do it. We have people from Phoenix, Tucson, Douglas to Page, and everywhere in between coming to clean your town because they love it that much.
Yeah.
So please stop blaming it on the outside sources. I actually can tell you who causes the most trash in this town. Waste management. And they're the trash cleanups, right? Like that. But drive behind a waste management truck as long as I have, you will watch the trash fly out of it. You want to know who else causes a lot of the problems? Our local businesses. The trash cans don't get closed up right. And I'm going to put you on blast. Go to Filiberto's right now. It is awful. And it is spread everywhere. You can watch it, the trail go from the trash can to the gulches. I know where the trash is coming from. I see it daily. And it is the people who live here that do it the most. And I hate to put that onto you, but we have to take responsibility. We have to take responsibility for our actions. And that is part of the reason why. I can see where it's coming from. I can see the love that people from outside of this town have for this town. And so if we can all come together, put down the division and the fighting and all who did it, whatever. I don't care who did it. Go out and pick up trash and go and take care of it. There was, like, when you were being raised, it's like, go pick up your toy. That's not my toy. That's my brother's toy. I don't care. Pick it up, put it away. Let's get things back to clean. It's not that complicated, and it can be a lot of fun, man.
Yeah. So it is April 19th, and this is like the first time it's being announced. You just have the flyer that you sent me that is going to start being posted everywhere on the Keep Payson Clean Facebook page, on our page.
To Channel 12 News in Phoenix, to like, we are going big this.
Nice.
And that is what I mean when I say think outside of the typical things that we do in this community for a little while. Think about the resources, because when you hear 10 to 15,000 people, whoa, for free, whoa. Yeah, if I were doing that alone, whoa, that is not happening. Yeah. But when you think about people from across the state and 30 or 40 different organizations being involved in this, and you think of resources from literally all of these people, organizations, when you have this posted on the news, so everybody in Phoenix is seeing this, everybody across the state is seeing this, and I say, hey guys, let's pool our resources together as a state and break these world records. Let's clean up as a state together to reset one of our places in one of our towns. When I say let's pull together as a state and do this, that's millions of people.
Yeah, there's
That's like
millions out there, yeah.
$2 a person to do the funding that I'm looking for this event. And $2 a person. I think we can all manage that, you know? And so, and for those who can't, there's a lot of people donating way more than $2. And for those who can't, please come and be a part of the cleanup still. Know that you're loved. Know that you are going to be fed. That you are not looked at any differently, and that you are just as much a part of all of this.
So April 19th, that's Saturday, from noon or 8 a.m. 8 a.m.
Yeah.
to noonish.
That'll be the cleanup
That'll
part
be the
of things.
cleanup, and then from noon to 9 p.m. is the festival.
Yes.
The food, free food, music, arts, family-focused event. So that'll be 9 hours, and that's in Green Valley Park, or where is that? Nope, no.
No,
Where?
I was looking at the event center originally for the size of this, and I'm just gonna put this out there because, you know, what's the worst that can happen? We're looking to shut down Main Street from Westerly to McLean and do a shuttle service from the rodeo grounds to the high school, so you'll have all of that for parking, and then to have this Westerly, which is where the visitor center is, down to McLean.
Or Colcord, right?
Colcord,
Yeah,
down, yeah. And so by shutting all of that down, we have about a half mile to use, and then we get like the farmers market involved, and have the farmers market and the entire strip of Main Street shut down, so that and then we put I want live music, a full concert from artists that you know, like recognizable artists. I want to have vendors across the entire strip that entire way, open up a lot of these buildings and put artwork inside of them and do different galleries and different art spaces, and then have all of the food going along this strip as well. And when I say family focused, I mean we're using the little pocket areas we have to put yard games, and we're doing all of this so that the community can have an awesome time together. And know that just because we're cleaning, just because we're working, just because we are putting those kinds of effort in, doesn't mean we can't have a fantastic time while we do it. And you should be celebrated. As a community, please, we are trying to celebrate you. We're trying to celebrate what we have, and we're trying to build a space where we can connect together first. Figure out how we can, hey, you got a problem? Like, how can we solve this together? It's creating a space of just complete love and spaciousness, and it's what we were taught to do. It's what we were told to do. You know, it's bringing things back to the basics of what we should be doing as a community. We should be having festivals on these streets. I don't care what the median age is of our town. We should still be making it as awesome as possible for our youth. Because at the end of the day, we are empowering them so that they can run this town the best one day. So that they don't want to leave this town. So that they want to provide and put back into it. Because if we don't empower them, if we don't make our youth understand how powerful and purposeful and how awesome they are and how much we are doing for them, if they don't feel that love, they're going to do what I did. And they're going to leave. The moment that they turn 18 and say, screw this little town. They don't care about like what it means. You know, how cool would it be to have rock climbing and like roller rinks and like these kinds of things? There's not massive changes that we're looking to make. We're looking to make it so that we can have pocket parks everywhere, that we all have the ability to run to. We're trying to make it so that you have a walkable town that you enjoy walking every single day. We're trying to make it easy for tourism so that they can come through here, have a place to throw their trash, and not feel the need and desire to throw it into the streets because it already looks trashy. Why does it matter if I add another bag? We're just trying to help the quality of life of everyone, because we know that if it's helped with everyone, then it's naturally going to go up for even our median age population. And the better that we can work with tourism the more taxpayer money that we can bring in, the better facilities that we can have, the better we can pay our fire departments, the more police officers that we can have, the better we can build our communities out with the essentials that they actually need. Yes, I know, it's a hippie movement and we pick up trash, and there's a lot of economical reasons behind this that, you know, I've become way better versed in over the 2 years of talking about this. But there's an overall mission that it does not end with the trash side of things. I see a more beautiful world, and I know it's possible, and you know it's possible too. And we see it throughout the world, actually. You know, the country of Rwanda, they have a national service day, and it's the fourth Saturday of every month, and the entire community comes together. This is a third world country that has completely flipped their economy around because they all work together, and through this tribalism they need less resources, and through the less resources they all have the ability to provide a little bit more, and their quality of life goes up massively overnight. It's insane, you know. So there's an economic side to this that is definitely being looked at and is totally a part of the reason that we are building what we are building right now. So
yeah, and and I want to hear ask you about the different organizations talking to you know, that'll be participating. But again, just want to remind everyone, or let everyone know, you're going to see the flyer out there everywhere. Earth Day Spring Festival happening Saturday, April 19th. So make sure you put that on your calendars. And just looking this up, yeah, in Rwanda, the last Saturday of every month, they call it Umuganda, and it's a day of service. Able-bodied citizens come out, participate, community service work, cleaning, repairing infrastructure, other development activities, and Umuganda translates to community work. So that's pretty cool. And they just, dig in drainage ditches, weeding roads, fixing potholes, planting trees, other community projects. It says it's seen as a way to foster unity, promote social cohesion, and contribute to national development. So,
and if it can work for an entire nation, even if it's a smaller one, I know, but still.
But yeah, the concept, great. So you were talking about you're up in Flagstaff and talking to different people. So there's different organizations, a lot of different organizations that will be coming and participating as well.
For now, I'm just gonna keep the details light on all of that. But what I can say is yes, I have confirmation from groups in Tucson, Flagstaff, and Phoenix that are wanting to use Payson as the epicenter. This is the place where we're going to start with. And this becomes an Arizona project, but it can start in our town. It can start here, and by being an example, which is something we've been talking about this whole time, leading by example, we create something for all of Arizona. And maybe we do Payson this year, and then we go and help Sedona next year, and then we go down and help Phoenix the year after that, and we create these national service days or these state service days where we all come together to care for one part of our state and just take care of one piece. And then through that, so what my mind with this is, after things are back to reset, now we start implementing education into our community about how to keep it the way that it is. And then we create after we've created this, then we have the ability to tailor it towards tourism. And we have the ability to educate people who are coming through, because right now, how do we educate people when we haven't healed ourselves? So we want to talk to people about how to take care of things better, but we don't have a solid foundation right now. So we clean it, we get it back to reset and natural, and we create that solid foundation. And then from there, we keep educating, and after some time, that education starts to be a lifestyle. You don't have to educate as much when it is just in your bones, because we've done this for a couple of generations and we are on the right track. Through that education, as being one means. The other thing that I would like to set up is a trash service for Payson. And so by doing this, I can go and get grants, and I can start doing a personal trash collection service where I just buy dumpsters and then I go throw them out there, and then when they're full, I have them taken. Oh, what if people just throw their garbage in it? I don't care. I don't have any ties to anything that makes me say that I have to do it a certain way. You want to come and throw your trash in it? Good. I'd rather it be in there than in the streets. And if I need to find more funding to be able to throw more trash away, I'll do that. But the goal here is to create a actual trash collection system, an actual volunteer system that we can go through, and I'm looking to create funding for myself this year. One of my goals for myself within Keep Payson Clean is to actually be able to fund myself a salary so that I can focus on this 100% of the time, and I can dedicate my full self. I'm trying to run a business while doing this, you know? It's awesome. I love the life that I live. It's freaking awesome. But for me to be able to dedicate 100% of myself to Keep Payson Clean and form a team that can focus on these kinds of things is the real goal, so that we can tackle the trash issues, so that we can continue to educate our youth, so that we can help with the mental health stuff that's going on out there. I don't have to bring up the tragedies that have happened in this town over the last few years, the last couple of months, the last whatever, amounts of time. We are struggling. The trash in our streets is a reflection of the pain in our hearts, and we are struggling. But that's okay. We take responsibility, we recognize, and we move forward. I started this healing journey a couple of years ago. I know what I'm talking about to a certain degree at this point, and I'm still growing. It's awesome. But there's the depth of what this goes to, and I think that's what we're really touching on is we have youth that are in so much pain. You might be in so much pain. We have elderly that are being put into homes. We have all of these life situations that are not ideal, and we are here to help. That is what we are here to do. We are here to help our youth feel purpose and passion and love for each other. We're here to do the same thing for the elderly. The number one cause of death for people over 70 years old. It's dying of a broken heart. They don't have your family coming around anymore. You don't have your purpose that you did, for the entirety of your life. You start to lack that and lose your reason for being here. The soul lets go and says, you know what, we can find more purpose elsewhere. You're not receiving it here anymore. Let's move on and separate with this body then, and so we want more centennials and super centenarians in this country. It's going to be by creating programs where our 8-year-olds and our 80-year-olds can all play together. And that is what we're doing. That is the deeper mission, is to bring purpose back to people, so that for those of us who are in the prime working ages, we love what we do and we enjoy what we do, and we do it to the end of the day with our heads high, and we know that we love and touch and affect people around us. And for our youth, it is showing them, you are so powerful and you are going to make such a big difference in this world. You are amazing, and I don't care what you are going through. I don't care how broken your household is right now. I know it hurts being 14 in a world where your parents hate each other, you don't see anything outside of just poverty, and life sucks. I know exactly what that feels like, and I know what it feels like to heal from that. And I know what it feels like to have the few teachers that were like, hey man, just get through these couple of years, all right? You're gonna make it. It's gonna be okay. We are that too. You can make it. I know what it's like to lose young people. Please. You don't know what the real world holds for you yet, the big world holds for you yet, the entirety of the world holds for you yet, but we can give you a piece of life and love that will help you wade those waters so beautifully, and will help your heart stay strong in those tough moments. And that is the deeper mission. We are here to heal with people, so.
And that's what, it goes beyond, like you said, the trash, picking up trash. There's so much more to it. And that's what people need to come out and experience that, be a part of it. Helping those in the community. Actually, all of us at some point need some help, need help with different things in our lives. So, hey, no, don't chew on that.
She loves schools, man. I tell you what. Go sit down.
That's so funny. The other thing you mentioned too, and it's great, is with dumpsters, and that was for a while. There were the dumpsters out at trailheads, different places in town. So it could be a case where tourists, hikers, people visiting had a place to put their trash. Also locals, if they put their trash in there, hey, great, like you said, it's better there than on the side of the road, in the forest, wherever. So that would be amazing to see that happen again.
I would like to do it totally separate from the town as well. And here's something too, is the more we can take away from our town, the better facilities we're going to be provided, the better our road work's going to be.
Yeah.
When they're trying to provide dumpsters and stuff, it's like, why aren't we doing that as a community? You know that if we all donated $1, we'd have $16,000 to put towards trash every month. It's like $1.
Yeah.
I think we can all manage that.
And that was, it was a organization, a nonprofit that was doing that, so it was really cool.
Yeah,
Yep,
cool.
It was cool, and they did that for, I think, a couple years or so, and I think that really made a difference because, the amount of trash that was put in those dumpsters, oh my goodness. So the other thing is, sometimes that trash is put into businesses' dumpsters.
Right.
So people, whether locals, tourists, they'll look for dumpsters that they can just throw their trash in, so they don't have to take it home.
Right.
So businesses, they're using their dumpsters, it's getting filled up with their business's trash.
Right.
So then people start putting stuff in, they get overloaded, and trash is falling out, all of that.
Birds
So then
are coming and eating it.
Yeah, so then they start locking them, so then people don't have those dumpsters to put their trash into. So the responsible ones will take it with them and find a dumpster, but then others just throw it out. And so if there are open dumpsters, then that, I think, would make a big difference. It would make a big difference, along with all the other parts of the program, and people being educated and out there picking up. And also I love the concept, like you're saying, of the different age groups, because everyone needs purpose, whether you're 5, 80, 6 or 90 years old. It's like you still need a purpose. You want a reason, and you want to feel like you're contributing and you're having an impact. So for the young people, it's so important because then that's what they're taught.
Right.
And for older people, it's important because they still feel like they have value.
Yeah.
So that's great. So
and here's a little simple thing with that, really. Here I can break it down super simple. When you have a group of young people who constantly hear, "Oh, what's wrong with our young people these days? Oh, these kids, these that, these that affects them. It really does. But when kids start going out and picking up their community, and they hear the older generation say, "Wow, our young people are really awesome. Look at the way they're going out and taking care of their community. Wow, these young people are really, like, I trust them to take over all of this. They're doing a great job." The youth take that in, and they get this little ball of excitement and joy inside of their soul, and they do more of it. And then it's that exponential growth, man. There will hit a point where we'll just hit a critical mass where people just feel that love that comes from taking care of each other, and it'll become the normal thing. So right now we just see the vision, so we're willing to go and do it.
So April 19th, again, get that marked on your calendars. It's going to be amazing. The biggest Keep Payson Clean Earth Day Spring Festival ever.
Yeah.
And so it is an all-day event, 8 a.m. to noonish, the cleanup, noon to 9 p.m., the festival. And there's a lot more details to come. Again, this is just the beginning as far as announcing the date, letting people know, and to get prepared, get ready, because this is going to be just an amazing event. So many people coming into our community and helping us to just reset, like you said, reset the community as far as trash, as far as cleanliness. And so
It's
cannot
like a
wait.
little spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning. There we go. So Jesse will be in more, and he'll be. You'll see again more about this event out there. So let's do our part. Share the flyer. Get
If
it
you'd like
out
to be a
everyone.
part of it, reach out to me.
Yeah.
My phone number, email, everything is right there. I'm super easy to get a hold of. You can find me anywhere. If you see me dancing, doing landscaping out around the town, stop me. Come and say hello.
There you go. Or you can also find him frequently in Noli's.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, hanging out,
The
having a
gathering
coffee,
place.
the gathering place. So there you go. Well, thank you so much, Jesse.
Thank you, Chris.
Join in. Oh, you're so welcome. Look forward to more programs and talking about this. And thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. Thank you, One Top Plumber, for sponsoring our Community Spotlight program. And it's time to get back to the music here on KRIM with some Led Zeppelin, Derek and the Dominoes, Rush, and more. But first, let's hear from our sponsors and also the National Weather Service. Have a beautiful day, everyone.
You're such a good dog.
That's